You're watching WYFF4.
Wherever people live, from the heart of downtown to this area right around Cherrydale or in the foothills of the Blue Ridge like Marietta, the one thing that connects everyone in Greenville County, quite literally, is the roads. Stephanie Trotter looks at how the rapid growth is challenging people's ability to get from home to work, school, and play.
Greenville County's journey towards safe and efficient travel
For congestion, I avoid everything.
is rerouting after a 30-year detour
Yeah, bad.
of minimum funding and maximum use. Greenville County contains more roads than any other in the state, enough to travel to the Grand Canyon and back. Local roads are also the deadliest in South Carolina, with 399 people dying on them in recent years.
The number of roads in fair and poor condition is already 60% of our inventory, but not being able to address that over time has just made that pothole even bigger.
County Council Vice Chair Liz Seaman heads the committee overseeing roads. Every day, local drivers cruise a tangled network of rural byways to major interstates, each maintained by different levels of government. For the first time, cities, county, and state have come together to create a master fix-it list. The estimated cost, $2 billion.
One thing that we let people know is that South Carolina has the 4th largest state-maintained highway system in the nation.
Construction has picked up in recent years after a new gas tax kick-started projects to pave the way out of 3 decades of wear and tear and build new infrastructure. But repairs are running on fumes.
On average, the state invests about $50 million just in pavement improvements in Greenville County.
With rising costs, leaders estimate that money paves about 71 miles. Yet 2,500 need fixed.
Another presentation.
County Council is moving toward putting a penny sales tax before voters.
If we are going to tackle this problem, this is absolutely the most rational pathway for Greenville County.
Voters denied such a tax a decade ago. Of the 75 projects that money would have fixed, none have gotten done. Repairs have only grown bigger and more expensive.
And the other counties in our state have figured out a way to have a dedicated funding source to address their road problems. And it's time for us to do the same. We really need to get a strategy behind how we're going to address these horrible problems.
Congestion is one of the problems, and county leaders say we can't pave our way out of that. The solution will have to include public transportation.
Can I get 2 tickets, please? Thank you.
But rides on GreenLink buses have dropped to half of what they were in 1994. The system runs Monday through Saturday, picking up passengers every hour.
When you talk to people riding the bus, it's there every day. I mean, it's kind of the lifeblood that connects them with everything else that goes on in our community.
ICAR student Aturu Abandi takes the bus daily. An extra 2 minutes in class costs him an extra hour waiting on the bus.
We need to increase the frequency more. Maybe half an hour should be the frequency.
GreenLink advocate Aaron Predmore finds long wait times and poor coverage prevent people from riding.
In the last 30 years, Greenville County has more than doubled in their urbanized area, which is like the dense area where we all live. GreenLink has not grown at all during that time. It's not expanded.
GreenLink Director James Keel says a lack of dedicated funding puts the brakes on growth.
So if you look at our peer cities in South Carolina, Columbia, Charleston, they have a taxing source that ultimately pays for them, and because they've been forward-minded and think about the growth and see the value in transit and how it can help their community grow.
A 10-year growth plan is in place if GreenLink can get the money.
At the rate we're growing, and if we gain another 200,000 people by 2035, by 2040, and it's really unclear as to how much our infrastructure is actually going to be able to deal with and handle that kind of growth.
A possible roadblock, slowing everyone in traffic with no alternate route in sight.
County leaders say that managing traffic density is a constantly evolving situation, and the county and even the municipalities within it simply don't have the elasticity in their budgets to make major road capacity improvements.
Next on Chronicle.
It's been an amazing journey. I'm so excited to see what the future holds for Fountain Inn.
And for the rest of Greenville County schools as well. A look at how the district prepares to welcome hundreds of new students each year.